Hi guys, this is a quick tutorial on how I get my sharp edges. This is my ganache cake. I use a rolling pin, pastry cutter, these red little plastic smoothers that I found, I'll go over with you a little bit later, and then regular smoothers I got at the bakery supply store, and a piece of vinyl that I got at Joann's Fabric. They have different thicknesses. You just pick the one that works with you or works best for you. And I'm going to speed the next process up, so hold on tight. So as you're working, when you see air bubbles appear, you want to take a little pin and pop them and continue to work. I do it as I'm pretty much rolling out the fondant. A really good tool to use instead of using the corsage pins are acupuncture needles. You can buy those online. They're really small and they barely leave a hole. It's a great tip that I learned during a cake class that I took. Also, you want to check around the edges of the fondant. You want it to get it to a pretty good, more on the thin side than on the thick side. Also, take the smoothers and you want to smooth out the top of the fondant to get any of those extra air bubbles out as well. As you can see, I use a little water bottle to squirt or spray down my ganached cake. It helps the fondant adhere to the cake better. If you're using vinyl, you can just flip over the piece of vinyl and put the fondant right on. It's a really great tool. And then you just pretty much want to smooth down the top and make sure you're getting as much of the air out as possible. And then smooth around as best as you can. So as you can see, you can already see there's an air bubble along the side, which I'll pop later. You want to just use the smoothers, and I, go around all my edges, go around the top surface, and then I start to make a nice crisp line at the bottom, and then I take my pastry cutter and go around the edges. You can also use a knife to do that as well. There's all kinds of methods, but this is just the one that works best for me. I'm just wiping off the board. There's a little excess chocolate. Sometimes, the cake moves around and chocolate can get really messy. It can kind of make a mess on your cake, so you want to try to keep it clean as possible. So these are the red, my own smoothers that I made. You can use any tool. I found a folder, a plastic folder that was the right consistency, the right thickness, and I cut it into two little squares, and that's my go-to tool for smoothing out my cakes. Some people use the acetate, but I think that's just a little too thin for me, so I found this laying around the house and cut it up, and it works perfectly. I think you can find the folders at Staples. Yeah, there's plastic folders that you can wash and keep using. So I just go around the edges and pop any air bubbles that may have appeared. The dangers with using ganache is when you pop the air bubbles, sometimes it will leave a chocolate residue where the hole is. An easy fix is to take a little bit of vodka, and that's a good way to clean up the chocolate residue on your cake. Water will obviously leave a stain. So a little bit of vodka, it dries up and will cover up the hole. So I'm just going around making sure I got all the air bubbles, and then I just take my smoothers and smooth away. So you can see here how I'm just pushing the two pieces of plastic together to form the crisp edge. You can see the roundness there and the sharpness after I've done this. It makes a huge, huge difference. You just have to just go around the whole entire cake just like this, and you'll get those nice sharp edges. So as you can see here, I'm taking the two smoothers and I'm just piercing them together on the edge of the cake, kind of just giving a little kiss. giving the, just want to pierce the little corners together, and it's a little tedious, but it gets the job done. This is what's worked for me best. I know there's all kinds of techniques. There's the upside down method, and there's different ways of getting those crisp edges. I've just found that this works best for me, and I just feel like I have more control over how I'm, working with the cake. I can see the crisp of the edge appear right before my eyes. So I would definitely just try this method. Like I said before, you could probably find these folders at Staples, or I've looked at Target. They don't have the right kind of folder there, but Staples and probably Office Depot, I believe, have the folder. But hopefully this little tutorial has helped you some. As you can see, my cake is not the cleanest cake. I do my best, but sometimes you do have blemishes, and luckily this cake, the final product, had some decorations on it, so I was able to cover up some of the blemishes. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this has helped you. Here's a quick shot of the little red pieces and my final product. Thanks again.